Yeah, that did happen once.
About a snake handler? Yeah.
Well, no. Okay, well, we had first moved there, and my dad. Okay, my dad. I love my dad. He's a trip. My grandfather was just an unhinged person. Okay, first of all, so let's just take that into account. And so the apple did not fall far from the tree, and they were great men, right? They're awesome, fun, kind human beings, but a little bit nuts, and a very, very religious, right? So George used to do the thing called the street preaching thing, right?
Woo,
George
street preaching.
Oh yeah, and he would take his son, whichever one, I guess. And I'm sure Jerry had his turn, and they would go out and do the street preaching, right? And if the doors were open to the church, they were in it. So when we got down to Georgia and he saw a small little Pentecostal church, he thought, "Oh yeah, this is just like home." No, sir. It's a little bit of a different brand down in South Georgia when you go to a Pentecostal church, depending on which one you set foot on. And you might see some snakes or some glossolalia or some all kind of different things happening.
So we're not just a normal podcast. I drop little golden gems on how to stay alive in the South. And here's a little golden gem. If you're ever invited to a church where you have to park and walk 1 mile through the woods, and it's a church, it's a school, and it's a Freemason lodge, go back to your car and leave.
Yeah. Right? You've made bad life choices.
You've made bad life choices.
You get up to the door, you've made bad life choices.
Get back in your car and leave. All right, get back in your car.
Not do it. No.
Sure.
Stick to First Baptist, right? Then you'll be fine. First Baptist churches, yeah.
So anyways, will you stop distracting me? Such a nerd.
Sorry.
Every time we get on here, man, for the first 5 minutes, you're talking some.
Yeah, we wander off into the
AC field.
We come back. We found the path. It's good.
Here we go. Good. So, anyways, I can't confirm or deny what that guy was telling me, but what I can confirm is that there was a. Now I'm going to be very careful when I say this because our channel helpers like to email me for some reason. Now emailing me my thing. They like to email me. In 1920, an explorer named G.E. Kincaid took a boat down the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon looking for precious metals, right? And he saw about 2,000 feet up on a canyon wall what he thought was something that resembled a mineral deposit, right? He knew it was too far to climb. He was at the bottom, so he was looking, seeing if there was a way to get up there. He came across steps, hundreds and hundreds of steps carved into the side of this canyon wall, right? He goes up to this canyon wall to the very, very end, and he comes across what he stated. Everything I'm telling you, by the way, is fact checkable on the internet. And
I think I heard some of this story, so I'm a little bit familiar with it.
He finds a cave opening, and this guy is a prospector by nature, right? So a prospector by nature, y'all, is somebody that's out in the woods, or not the woods, Jay, like they know stones.
Okay, so they're a rock hound. They know their geology. Exactly. They know where the deposits of the minerals and the metals are, what they look like, where the stone is.
Thank you.
All kinds of good stuff. They know what they're looking at.
Thank you for translating my redneck into soy boy, so everybody can enjoy the conversation. Comes across this cave mouth, man, and he says he knew that's not a natural cave formation. That is a cut cave formation, right? So, a man after my own heart, he does 3 things. First, he checks and makes sure he has his notepad with him. Second thing he takes is his flashlight and his El Pistola, and we're going in. And that's right there. That's my guy. I'm not going to come across a cave that in the Grand Canyon that looks man-made and not go in. So he goes into this cave, right? And it takes him about I guess 3 or 4 minutes to realize that this thing is massive. And not only is it massive, that it was built by design. And he's like, there was side caverns, there was storage rooms that he said that were the size of basically modern day living rooms, but there were also great meeting halls that were 30 by 40 feet, right? I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like convention centers almost.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
And he goes down a little bit further, walks into a room, takes a look around, and is like, I'm a little bit in over my head. What he sees when he gets in there.
Yeah, that's what he says when he gets far in there, and there's this big, huge cavern. He's like, well, maybe I should,
he goes in this one room, right? And this one room is full of mummies. And these mummies weren't just laid on the floor. Ooh. They were displayed on the wall in rows of 3, like shelves, like you would put trophies, right?
Like a crypt.
So he crypt, right? Yeah. And so he saw some some interesting things down there or whatever. And he's like, he gathered them up. He's like, I'm gonna need some help here. I'm gonna mark a location. I'm gonna go get some help. And but one thing that he said that stood out was on the wall there was a lot of writing in hieroglyphic style. Now, this is where I'm gonna put the asterisk on this, guys. He didn't say Egyptian hieroglyphs. He said hieroglyphic style, right? So yes, in 1920, an Egyptian-like civilization was discovered in this Grand Canyon location, right? But so I'm not going to say that it was in the, the pharaohs and all of this.
Yeah, I mean, we can't for certain say that it was Egyptian hieroglyphs. It was very much hieroglyphic writing.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So boom, no emails, no cell phones. What? So it's going to take him 2 or 3 days to even get out of this joint, right? So he does. Right. Goes out, makes his way back down, marks the location so he knows where it's at. Gets in his canoe, and like, I've never canoed through the freaking Colorado. I'm sure it takes more than an hour. Right? So,
for sure. Right? Yeah, couple days, at least, depending.
So eventually he gets out, goes back to gets where he's going, writes a letter, makes a phone call, sends it off to the second mistake he made right here.
He sent it to the Smithsonian, right?
To the Smithsonian, right? The so evil ones.
The retrievers.
Yeah, the deep state.
The librarians. Men
in Black. I'm 100. You ever seen the movie Men in Black? I'm 100% convinced their offices are under the Smithsonian buildings down in D.C. 100%. 100%. Right?
In the National Archive.
Yeah, probably.
I swear.
So anyways, to his surprise, the Smithsonian quickly says, yes, we're on our way up. We're there, right? We're there. Mm-hmm. And, bro, they dispatch, hey, I'm going to get this guy's name right, man. I'm going to get this guy's name right.
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.